What's up, and welcome back to Interpreting the Stars, where today we're talking about Scott Pilgrim versus the World, which to me is a personal favorite, even though logically it really shouldn't be because this is the most obscure, ridiculous movie. As soon as it gets the next opportunity to be weird, it takes that opportunity. So let's take a look at this film with sustainable entertainment, and let's get cracking. This review is brought to you by the word of the day: sustainable, the ability to be maintained at a certain rate or level. Scott Pilgrim has just literally met the girl of his dreams, Ramona Flowers, who is somehow his polar opposite, yet perfect match for him. But to win her heart, Scott must battle her 7 deadly exes to the death. For me, this film is hard to put into words because almost every time that I watch it, I can't actually evaluate it. I get so pulled into the story and the characters, and I just have a blast watching it. Without a doubt, this is just a fun movie, as obscure as it is, because the director found a way to be as weird as possible and yet still make the film make sense on its own. It's a very self-aware type of movie. It knows exactly what it wants to be. Casting, perfect. They chose Michael Cera, the awkward little guy most known probably for his role in Arrested Development, and they made him the star of a martial arts film. Regardless of what else is happening in the film, I can't get over the fact that alone is hilarious. The fight scenes themselves are actually very well done once you get past how hilarious and fun they are. They are well shot, well edited, and incredibly appealing from a visual perspective. It takes a lot of nods from old Nintendo games, as there is a very cartoon and very animated style about the film. The movie operates pretty similarly to how Looney Tunes would work. The director also said that he directed it like a musical, but instead of people bursting out into song, the people in this film burst out into fights, and it makes sense. Fight movies like this, they're just dance choreography. It's just to a different song, at least if you think about it. So when people just start fighting to the death out of the blue, it's not that shocking. You don't really expect it to happen at first, but it's also not off-putting at the same time. In fact, when the first evil X shows up, bursting through a roof and literally flying towards Michael Cera, shouting his over-the-top, "Mr. Pilgrim!" and then they just start bursting out their kung fu fighting out of nowhere, you can't help but just have a great time while watching. Is it a serious film? No. I would say the biggest downfall of the film, if you can call it that, is that it's not very deep or meaningful. It is much too slapstick to have a moral to the story. It does slow down, it gets serious when it needs to, but it's nothing that'll make you think. Another problem that I saw with the film is that obviously the evil X's kind of blend in together. They're very diverse characters and they all have different skill sets, which is very, very good. That helps you distinguish one from the other, but they're all trying to do the same thing, obviously kill Scott Pilgrim. So their individual importance into what's going on in the plot, that's what blends in together and kind of lessens their contribution. Then again, anyone who watches the movie or is a fan of it, nobody cares about it, any of that. This is just a fun movie made to be fun, and so it is. This is the type of film that you can put in and just enjoy for the heck of it. So let's take a look at my final score for a second, which basically says whether you're appreciating it for its technical marvels or watching it for entertainment purposes, there's something to enjoy. From an unbiased perspective, you're talking about a lot of visual things. There is so much work put into the style of what's going on in the movie, the way it's shot, the way that it is edited, all of which smoothly work with the attitude of the film, and that unbiased technical score is 90%. But I can't personally find much fault with the film when it comes down to how entertaining it is. So my bias score is 100%, averaging out everything to a final score of 95%, 95 out of 100 possible stars, granting Scott Pilgrim with a letter grade of A. Not too bad, it's actually a little bit lower than what I initially scored it, which was 98%, but no biggie. Guys, I want to hear your thoughts on this film in the comments down below. Do you love it as much as I do, or do you just think that it's stupid, even though that's the point? Let me know in the comments down below, and as for YouTube, you know what to do. Hit the like button if you like this review, because there's more like it coming out. Hit the subscribe button and bell to be notified when I come out with my next review, which is currently slated to be 3 Ninjas Knuckle Up. And until then, peace out.